So I use these little Wi-Fi smart switches, $5 or $6 a piece on Amazon, Sonoff brand. So cool. Power goes in one side, comes out the other. You can put an extension cord on this. You can hardwire it to a relay or a definite purpose contactor, which is what I used. It's kind of like a big heavy-duty relay, technically a definite purpose contactor. And I'll show you how I was able to power an appliance, actually an air compressor that pulls a lot more amps than this little switch. It's a 10 amp switch, can pull, and it's super simple and pretty cheap too. The big relay, the definite purpose contactor, was $9 on Amazon. My goal here was to be able to turn on my air compressor, which is downstairs in the basement, and then my air hoses run up to my garage. It keeps it quieter and it's saves space in the garage. I want to be able to turn it on remotely with Alexa, and also turn it off in my nighttime routine, because sometimes it leaks a little air and likes to go off in the middle of the night and wake everybody up. So here's what I did. I bought these little Sonoff switches. I think I got 4 of them for $25 on Amazon, and they have a Wi-Fi card in them, and it's basically a little tiny relay. So this Sonoff will not switch an air compressor on. It draws way too much power. This is really good for like lights and maybe really small appliances. I don't even know if they'll do that. So my solution was to buy basically it's a relay. It's a direct, what do they call them? Direct contactor, and it's $9 on Amazon. And power goes in the one side here, and power comes out this side, and comes into my switch. So how do I get power to that? Well, I put a new breaker in, this little 20 amp breaker right here. Had a room in my panel, and then the power runs out of the black line down here and into this side right there. And then of course you have the common that runs down right there. Now those are live all the way to this breaker, so I ought to be careful not to touch these. In fact, I'm gonna flip this on so I don't die. All right, well, how do you switch power? How do you get power from here through here that goes down to the plug, which ultimately turns on my air compressor? So this is the inside of the Sonoff, so the power comes in here, and all I did was I got power from the hot side of this contactor. It's got all these little tabs on it, and so it makes it really convenient. And then I ran the white, the common, back through as well, and just hooked them up. Super simple to hook up. You can check online to see how to do those. And then this is the out, and they come out here, up through here, and on the outside of these, you'll see you've got those little connectors. Okay, just really quickly, it doesn't matter which way you have hot coming in and out. This is completely interchangeable. I could have flipped this upside down, and these don't matter either. It just has to make the connection, and so you can put whichever one you want on either side to make the switch. You can put the hot over here and it coming out over here, which is really nice. There's no positive or negative, so to speak. White goes down there and on there, and when I click this little button on here, it'll switch this. So put some power on. I've also hooked this device up obviously to Alexa, and if I say, Alexa, turn on the air compressor, she can't hear me from here, but I have one in the garage. Then it'll switch this Sonoff switch, little relay, and then it'll connect the power, and there you have it. So I turned the power off to my panel as I was putting all this stuff in. That's really important. Sometimes you'll see a big breaker up here that allows you to do that. Mine's on the outside of the house next to the meter But all of this is live here. That, touch that, you're in for a ride. So, all right, hopefully that helps somebody out. I noticed a lot of people using these for their pools, pool pumps and heaters and stuff, and it's the same exact setup as that, but I'm just using it to power my air compressor.